Good morning. I hope it's a great Monday morning. Those two words don't usually go together, but I pray that you can find something to be thankful for today. If you were listening to this and you're breathing and you got out of bed, there's a good start. There's no snow on the ground. That's something to be optimistic about, but always find something to be thankful for and help your focus off the negative things. Sometimes life gets very overwhelming and it's easy to get inundated and focused on all the negative, but I just encourage you to find something positive right now, right here. Try and find something positive in front of you, if it's even as simple as I get a hot shower today. So today we're going to talk about Romans 8:28. I think it's one of the most misquoted scriptures that I have heard in my 29 some years on this earth. Yeah, that's a lie. So Romans 8:28 says, "And we know that for those who love God, all things work together for good, for those who are called according to his purpose." Now, I hear this a lot, that, and this is from anybody, everything happens for a reason. Sometimes that reason is we've made a bad decision. Sometimes that reason is somebody else has made a bad decision. There's cause and effect. There's decisions and consequences, whether they be good or bad. That's just part of life. We have responsibility. We have free will. We have the ability to make those decisions. And God has the ability and will allow us the consequences of those decisions a lot of times. And I'm not saying that everything that happens to us bad is our own fault by any means. I don't know if you've heard it said, but sin does not live in a vacuum. When I sin, it affects the people around me. It affects whoever's involved, and it's widespread. It can even affect next generations. So I just wanted to point out a few things. In the scripture it says, "And we know that for those who love God." This isn't for everybody. This is for those who love God. All things work together for good. He can take the bad things. He can take the things that we think are, just make no sense and there's real life tragedies, and it's not saying that it's not going to hurt. It's just saying that he can make those things work together for good. For those who are called according to his purpose. So those who love God and those who are called according to his purpose. Those who are following God, who are seeking their purpose. This isn't, like I said, this isn't a blanket over all humanity. This is for God's children. This is his way of watching out for us. And I just encourage you that even when you're looking at things, and I'm not saying everything happens for a reason. I would not say that, because there's so many things in life that just this side of heaven we won't understand why they happened, or why on earth that happened, or why that was even allowed. I mean, God, you're sovereign. Why didn't you change that? I get that. And God, I believe, is sovereign, and he's still on the throne, and anything that touches me has to come through his hands. But know that he will use it for good. And our good might be a little bit different in the definition than God. I mean, it might be for our spiritual growth. It might be for our personal growth. So we go through this tragedy, and so we can help somebody else. We can be an encouragement to them when they're going through a rough time. God will use it for good. He gives that word. He gives that in his promise. But it's only for those who love him, and those who are called according to his purpose. I just touch briefly on this real quick. When Dave and I lost Brooklyn, it was a horrific time. It makes no sense, and honestly, this side of heaven, I have some questions when I get to heaven, like, really? But you know what? I have seen God use it. I have seen God use it, being able to reach others who are going through things, and I've also seen God use it because I would have never probably stepped in my coaching role if I hadn't had the time off after everything happened because of medical problems, this and that, and I might never stepped into that. And coaching has been such a blessing, and it's just been such a neat thing, and I believe it was God saying, you know what, yeah, this is terrible, but we're gonna make something good out of it, Lisa. And I just want to encourage you that yes, life is gonna hit you, and it's gonna hit you hard, but if you love God and you are called according to his purpose, he's gonna work it out for good. So keep fighting the good fight, and we'll see you tomorrow.